What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Tesla Vault. If you're new to the channel, hi there. I want to talk about the 2024 Tesla Model 3 and my experience of driving it for more than 13,000 miles. And spoiler alert, it's been an easy drive, and also there's full self-driving included in this experience as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in the car. I am going to get out of the garage first and then park it, put it in full self-driving to my destination, and just go on from there. Because the latest update, unfortunately, with full self-driving doesn't let me get out of the garage. So what I'm going to do is just go outside and then park it and then put in my destination. Also, a huge shout out to just Tesla. Not that they sent this over, but look at that. That's actually really cool. And you can get it for all 4 doors. They also have ones for Cybertrucks as well. But yeah, that's how my interior right now is looking for the Model 3. Pretty sleek. I like it. Nice and simple. You know, it's been great. But yeah, let's get right to it. All right, let's get started. I have my destination put in. It's about a 10-minute drive. And we've got full self-driving right here. And this does add to the experience of driving for more than 13,000 miles. Granted, this is a new version 13, so I just got it. But overall, using full self-driving for almost my entire time I've had in this car has made a huge positive impact. And for those who have a Tesla that haven't tried full self-driving, you're really missing out. Like, honestly, it is so worth it. So what I'm going to do right here is start FSD supervised. You're going to press and hold, just like this, starting supervised FSD, and it's going to back out. So as you can see, it's got the cameras right there. I don't know why it's pulling out this way. It should have pulled out the other way, but oh well. Plenty of space, plenty of room. It pulls out just like that. Let's see what it does. Now, as you're watching the car drive itself, again, I don't know why it's turning right, but I'm just gonna let the car do its own thing. Now, as the car drives itself, I also do want to talk a little bit about my experience. So having this since March of 2024, it's almost coming to about 1 year of owning this car, and I couldn't be happier with my decision of waiting for the refresh Model 3. But in perspective of kind of comparing it to my previous vehicle, which was a 2012 Honda Civic, the driving experience is much improved. First of all, it's much smoother when driving over bumps like we just did previously. Again, like, I don't know what it's doing here, but anyway, driving over bumps, it's much smoother. On just regular roads, it is so much more quieter, which I absolutely do appreciate. The interior of the car is super quiet, which also adds to the driving experience too. And yes, it's an electric vehicle. It's obviously going to be much quieter than a regular internal combustion engine vehicle, so that does make sense. Oh, ooh, it went right inside that pothole. That was not good. So Tesla still needs to kind of work on kind of figuring out potholes in the ground. Anyway, stops right here. Again, this is not some a road. It's literally going behind the buildings. But anyway, when I first sat in the car, obviously you notice there's no stalks, and I'll tell you this: you quickly get used to not having like the gear stalks right here, where the steering wheel usually is, and you probably can see that I have a steering yoke, not the wheel. I do have the wheel. I just swapped it out for this yoke for a video, and I've kept it on since, and I've actually gotten used to this too. But I don't really want to sway anyone. Like, I don't want this to be a decision factor for anyone picking up the Model 3, because if you do, you won't be getting this. This is an aftermarket, so it's been a good experience nonetheless. The regular steering wheel, it's good, it's firm, it's easy to maneuver and handle, and going on long road trips, it's just a very, very fun, easy ride. Like I said, the gear stalks, you get used to everything on screen and all that good stuff. The turn signals being on the steering wheel, you also get used to that. It took me maybe a couple days, and then after that, it's just become of nature. And now using it for so long, it's kind of weird, because when I switch to a regular vehicle, it's like I'm pressing the steering wheel to try and give a turn signal, but it's not there. So it just feels weird, and you kind of quickly have to adapt to your old settings of driving a vehicle, an ICE vehicle. So it's a learning curve, but it's a very quick and easy learning curve, and you start to get used to it. Everything else about just the driving experience in general has been phenomenal. Within 13,000 miles, 13,000 plus, I haven't come across any problems with the car either, and I'm very happy, and hopefully it continues that way. In fact, I did a tire rotation. Tesla usually recommends every like 6,000-ish miles, give or take. And I got my tire rotation after 10,000. And in fact, I called Tesla Service Center because right before, I was going to get my tire rotation, I also had to go on a road trip, 600 miles, 300 going and coming back. I called the service center. I said, hey, I'm going to go on a road trip, and I passed 6,000 miles. I'm way past it. You think there'd be anything wrong if I added 600 more miles and then came in for the service? They're like, nope, you'll be completely fine. That's just for precaution, just to play it safe. But, even if you didn't get it at 6,000 and you got it after 10,000 miles, you'll still be perfectly fine. So I only got one tire rotation the entire year. Washer fluid, let me just open the heat real quick. Washer fluid, I only filled up once, and I haven't filled it up after that. So, and I filled it up like maybe 3 months after I picked up the car, and after that I had no problem. Good. Switch to the right lane. Good job, Tesla. As you guys can see, it switched to the right lane mainly because there are people in the left trying to turn left, so it's kind of going to hold up traffic a little bit. So good job there. Now, besides all of that, if you have full self-driving, that's going to add to your experience. And I use full self-driving every single day, especially like, let's say right now I'm going to pick up groceries. I'm going to go to Target and Aldi after. Target, I just kind of just browse, and I'm going to go to Target or Aldi after to pick up my groceries. And if I'm not in a rush or anything, I will put on full self-driving, and then I'll just let the car drive itself. And that's what really makes a huge, well, that was close, makes a huge impact. Or like sometimes I'm just like, I'm really tired. I just don't want to drive, let the car drive, and I'll just watch. I'll be perfectly fine. It takes care of it. In fact, a couple months ago, when I went to watch, I think it was Deadpool and Wolverine, and it was pretty late. So by the time we got to the movie, it was like midnight. And I'll be honest, I was tired. The movie theater was about 20 to 25 minutes, and I stayed awake the entire ride, but I had full self-driving on, and it was great. And it took me, and it's even cooler, I guess, in a sense, when the roads are empty, because you see the car just driving itself. And it drove me from the movie theater to my home with no problems whatsoever. This was in the summer, so it was it was kind of clear, and the night sky was clear. There wasn't any clouds or anything, and the weather was great and whatnot. But full self-driving adds to the experience, and that's why I say you have to kind of try it out to give your thoughts about it. I think, watching videos, yes, it's cool and all, but sitting in a car, in a Tesla that has FSD, you have to experience it to truly understand it. I don't think videos and photos, or mainly videos, I don't even think photos would do it justice, but even videos I don't think will truly do it justice. You want to get that experience of what it means to be in a car that just drives itself from location A to location B. But everything outside of full self-driving, for example, the picking up, it picks up very quick. I have the long range all-wheel drive, so 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds, plenty fast. I don't think you need to go faster. And there are those times where like you're really hesitant, like you have enough time, it's a yellow light, you have enough time you're at that point where you have to pass. Because if you don't pass, like, you're going to be stuck you're going to stop at a red light, and oh, there we go. Oh, that was good. Sweet. Look how it maneuvers. Like, look how beautiful that maneuvers. But This car is so good. Like when I know I'm going to approach a yellow light, I just go real quick and I pass it before it turns red. There are those certain instances like you just can't tell if the car's going to make it. But this, if I know it's going to make it, it's going to make it. I just press on the accelerator. I guess you call it accelerator, not the gas. And it goes. Also, what I want to add to this experience is regenerative braking. I use it so often. In fact, I'll put it this way. I don't use the brakes much because I've come to a point after using it for so long and using it locally, I know when I need to slow down, how much the car will take, how long it will take for it to slow down to get to a red light and everything like that. So I've figured that out. It's become of nature to slow down accordingly, but I love it. I love it, and also does help with the car long term. It also helps with the brakes long term. The brakes will end up lasting longer. The biggest maintenance, honestly, again, the past year that I had was just a tire rotation. You don't want to have a faulty battery. Those are expensive, and hopefully this car doesn't. But in the scenario it does, then yeah, that's going to be a big cost. So hopefully that won't be any of maintenance. But you don't have any like oil changes or anything like that. And that's what I love about this car. Or you don't need to pay for gas every week. Like I plug it in charge at night. I wake up in the morning. I'm at full charge or 80% charge. But just the ride itself, I don't know, it just feels so smooth. Again, this is something you have to really experience. And I think this experience with this Model 3 can be said the same for the Model Y and the Cybertruck, and the Model X and the S. I think all of the rides are smooth. I've rode in a Model Y before, very smooth. Same experience, honestly. You really can't go wrong. I don't know why I came right here, because usually I want to take this path to get to Target, but oh well, we're just going to keep waiting for a while. All right, make it. There we go. Don't wait for that guy. It's your right of way. It was your right of way. It's your right of way again. And it's still not going. So this is just some of the downsides. See, now, like after like 3 cars, it decided to go, which is weird. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, it brought us to Target. This still doesn't park. Full self-driving 13.2.1. So hopefully with future updates, this will learn how to park. But as of right now, it's not going to learn how to park. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to park the car itself. Or, I'm going to park a little bit further away. Because so many cars, so many people out here. It only makes sense. Let's park a little bit further away. Wow, lots of cars. And I'm just gonna park as far away as possible. Turn left right here. Again, it's just so smooth. I've made countless videos of this car, and at this point, it's just like, it's a great car. And I'll be leaving a link, and I always do in my videos, of my referral link, and you can pick up the Tesla Model Y for as of right now in this video for $1,500 off if you use my referral link. Model Y right now is $1,000 off. Model S, X, and Cybertruck is $2,000 off. So it also goes in a long way in helping out the channel, but yeah, this is my experience of driving it. I know I didn't go really into detail and sharing about it too much, but I'll tell you this. I drive this more locally than I do on long road trips, and I'd love to take more road trips and drive it longer and use full self-driving on longer road trips, but I just don't get as much opportunities as I would like to. But for a local vehicle, this will perform like a champ. I usually say those types of things with my phone reviews, like this phone will perform like a champ, this car will perform like a champ. And the fact that it's all-wheel drive, winters, starting. It started, it's kind of getting into full swing here in Western New York, and I think it's going to perform very well in the winter. I will keep you guys updated how the experience is driving in the winter. I'm gonna leave it outside overnight when on a cold night and see how much battery, how much percentage I lose overnight and things like that. So stay tuned to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Links for everything, my referral links to products, accessories I have for this car will be in the description down below. It really does help out the channel out a lot. And sharing this video also pushes my content out to more people. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. It truly does mean a lot, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.